Today went from being a nice, slow, relaxing day to a lot of stress all at once and a lot of work. Work I put on myself, work that I'm happy to do, but work. It started off with me not doing anything, and then I decided to pick up The Fault in Our Stars by John Green and continue reading it. I only had gotten through about the first 2 chapters, and I put the book down for a while. So I picked it back up today and went through a couple more. Then, I was talking to Noah about the LA bid, and she's busy trying to put all this pre-checklist stuff together and turn it into the IQA, and get all these lists done. And so I offered to help. I said, you know what? I got some free time. Why don't you give me something to work on? And so she gave me a list to work on, and it is to find all vendors in the area that would be able to cater at the event. Make a list of all the vendors in your city that would be able to supply food and cater at the Quidditch World Cup. That's a lot of restaurants, it turns out. I went to discoverla.com and did a search for restaurants. There are about 3,000 restaurants. Now, it doesn't mean 3,000 that can cater. I have to look through that list, figure out which ones offer catering or would be willing to, provide food during the cup, and make sure that that restaurant is still open. Because a lot of these listings are old and the restaurant has since closed, but, stuff on the internet doesn't get cleaned like that very often. So there's a lot of defunct restaurants on that page. So that requires, looking at their website and looking through it, and if they don't have a website listed, Googling it to see if they have a website, and if they don't have a website, looking at reviews and seeing if catering is listed somewhere, or if it lists that the restaurant has since closed. Finding the contact information. I have to list the contact information, and I have to sort it all by city, like what sub-city of Los Angeles they live in, what region, whether they're in Burbank or Agora Hills or Beverly Hills or, whatever. So I have to do all that. So that's a much bigger list than I was expecting. I was expecting to get some little, can get done in 4 or 5 hours tops. No. But it's okay, because she is handling 3 of the 6 lists that need to get put together, and I'm just handling the 1. So I should just stop being a baby and do it. Also went to go see a show. Couple of the SBCC songwriters had a little show. So yeah, that was fun. Savannah performed. Savannah's always great. So, that's pretty typical. Go see a show with Savannah. Expect something pretty damn good. There was a band called Indian Trading Furs that opened with my friends Kyron and Will. And they're a great band, and they're a great couple of guys, just fantastic musicians. Their performance was a little bit marred by the fact that their guitars were out of tune. Guitar and banjo were very out of tune. So I couldn't really enjoy the set like I wanted to, because my ear was just going, it's just slightly off, no, the entire time. But they're still fantastic. I've seen them perform at least one other time, and I've heard a couple of their studio tracks as well, and they really are just crazy good. And it was just a fluke performance. Also, Kelly Sweet, who is a LA musician, came and performed. Oh man, was she good! Oh, that voice was so pure and brilliant, and I couldn't get over it. And the songs were killer. Especially one song called Sirens was just, I could hear that on the radio. I could hear that on a commercial. That is a knockout of a song. That is so good. And then I came home and did more of bid process stuff. I decided to take a little break and listen to some Damien Rice. If you're ever stressed out or like angry at the world or any of those like negative emotions, Damien Rice is really therapeutic. If you don't know who that is, Damien, Damien, Rice, like the rice you eat. Look him up because he is fantastic and very therapeutic, very kind of depressing, but in a good way. Yeah. So he's good stress relief. He's good stress relief. His music. So that's what I decided to do before I go to bed, which is what I'm going to do now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.